want to talk to you and everyone out there about why you'll never be your own boss and why that's actually not a bad thing. It takes a lot for a person to realize that you're not in control of everything and that you don't have to be. I think we spend our entire lives when we're children trying to grow up and trying to be in charge of things, and then when you get older you realize that all this time you were demanding respect. When you get older, children don't respect you, and old people don't respect you, and then when you get old, no one respects you. So it's this cycle of abuse. That's what happens. You have kids, they're just going to disrespect you. You're going to have your parents are going to disrespect you because they're going to say, "Oh, you don't know anything about the world." So everybody's going to pretty much be against you at all times in your life, and that's not for you to say all of a sudden to get scared and say, "What? Whoa, what do you mean? That's crazy." It's not as crazy as it seems. Adversity is what builds strength. So the reason I say you'll never be your own boss, you can start a business tomorrow. Does that mean you don't have a boss? No. Somebody just told me that having to pay your bills and having a phone means not having to answer it. You're right. It's on your terms. But the reality is, if you have a business, you have a customer. That's your boss. The person who's making the rules. If you have a business and the business is a service and you're providing a service, who's signing your paycheck? It's the customer, because the customer buys something and that puts money in your pocket. So that is your boss. I mean, it takes a lot. I mean, this is coming from a person that, so I was in the Army, and most people would think when I was a kid, that guy joined the Army, because I was a clown. I used to mess around and I just make jokes and it was different. So when I really think about it, to go and put myself in an environment of total discipline, that was not me. Waking up first thing in the morning, that was difficult. I had to get myself in a schedule, ways to set things up. So I would say, if I knew I had to be up at a certain time in the morning, I would, for example, drink a bunch of water right before I went to bed, so I'd have to wake up in the middle of the night because I had to pee. Or if I knew that I had to get up the next day and I had to, I'd lay out my clothes in advance, or I'd sleep on top of the sheets. All these little things that I learned basically how to cope with my lack of discipline. I learned how to work around my bad, get better at them. So the same thing with when you're adapting to a situation. So you're saying you'll never be your own boss. I mean, it's reality. You're not. Someone's always going to be in charge of something. Same thing goes for fights. If you've ever been in a fight and lost, you've never really been in a fight, because you don't know what it's like to lose. And so there's always going to be somebody bigger. There's always going to be somebody faster. There's always going to be somebody stronger. It doesn't matter. You have your unique things. I have my unique strengths. We build on those strengths, on the things that are weak. We identify them, and then we can build upon them. So you'll always have a boss, whether it's the guy at your job that's running the show, and you're the person that goes in and does what you need to do, or it could be your customer. Like I said, you own your own business, and therefore it's your customer. Sure, or it's your son. Or it's your 7-year-old who thinks he's in charge and thinks he can tell you what to do because you told him something. And then somehow it came back to you, and he was able to throw that right back in your face and say, "Hey, didn't you say this thing to me?" And you're like, I did. And then that's the point where you say, I'm either going to be that hypocritical parent and say, you know what? Do what I say, not as I do. Or I'm going to be that other parent that says, damn, you're right. And move forward. Do whichever one you want. I'm not going to tell you which one I'd do. Doesn't matter. But you'll never be your own boss. Just reality. So the sooner that you realize that, I think that the happier you'll start to be, and the more things will start to take shape in your life. So I put that out there for just because I thought it was a good thing to talk about, and I didn't want to take too much time with this video, but I definitely want to get into a better schedule. So I've done a little changing with the landscape around here. So things are going to be changing a lot lately. There's a lot of things coming on. And if you see that picture right up there, little guy's coming. So got a second kid on the way. So he is due in May. On the way, due in May. Rhyming. Whatever. Point is, I am afraid. Because I'm going to have a new boss. So I'm going to meet the new boss. same as old boss. But it's frightening. It's exciting. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. But I'm also really scared because, there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of new experiences. There's a lot of lack of sleep. There's a lot. Just a lot right now. A lot. So, anyway, I hope this video helps out anybody who watches it and enjoys it. If you don't enjoy it, you wouldn't be watching this, so you enjoy it. Just go with that. You're enjoying it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm going to talk about I'm actually doing a couple interviews. So I'm going to do a series on entrepreneurs and some local guys who have been putting together some really, really fun stuff. I did an interview with Ben Penrod of AwesomeCon on the radio, and that was really cool. I posted a video before. I'm probably going to repost it, do the edit to it. But it was fun to talk to. It was a really, really good experience. A good friend of mine is doing her own convention, TCon. So I'm very interested to see how that plays out and watch the growth on that. Also, I guess the All-Star Comic-Con, I will be talking to the owner of that and formerly of the NovaCon. If anybody's seen those, he also has a bunch of other businesses: a comic business, graphic design business. It's practically a serial entrepreneur, and he also is part owner in a pub here in Northern Virginia, the Ashburn Pub. So anyway, I'll be talking to those folks and a couple other people, and there's going to be a lot more things coming down the pipe. In addition to that, look out for some fun stuff. I'm going to be probably really hyping up Black Panther soon because I'm excited. I already have tickets. So if you don't have tickets, that's going to be an immediate thing. I'm probably going to post a review almost immediately because I am so stoked for Black Panther. And then the fact that it's leading directly into Infinity War, like I cannot even, not even. So, I skipped out on reviews for Last Jedi because I know it completely just, a lot of people were torn about it. And I wanted to make sure that I really brought up that this channel is about entertainment, but also inspiration. And it's basically just taking the same thing and things I like to talk about, things other people like to hear. So if you'd like to hear something, let me know. But I hope this was worth your viewing experience. So we'll see. Things will get better because they have to.